Hello again. Welcome to another edition of CropLife Retail Week. Paul Schrimpf, joined by Eric Sfiligoj for yet another week.
Another week, yes.
Another week, yes.
So we were here for a little while, actually, until you head off to St. Louis.
That's right. Got InfoAg coming up in a couple of weeks now. It's kind of weird right now. I'm getting ready for a kind of camping trip with my son Steve.
Ah.
We're going to be gone for about 5 days and going, kind of dark. Starting this Friday.
No, wait a minute.
Actually, I'm already gone when you're watching this. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this annual visit to, like, disaster areas? Like you were
Yes.
visiting the town in Pennsylvania that's
Yes.
been burning underground for, like, 30 years.
That's right. Since
the old Pennsylvania Turnpike, which has been abandoned for all these many years. So.
Yes. Those and much, much more.
All right.
So,
look for Facebook pictures from Paul coming up.
It's always a blast, just trying to avoid the police and the no trespassing signs and all that stuff. He's always looking to challenge and push the envelope.
Okay.
So I may not be at InfoAg. I might be having a GoFundMe site for bail. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what kind of trouble he'll get us into this time.
Goodness. All right.
So there's that. And, of course, we had the Environmental Respect Awards was this past week. We did the judging.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So very shortly, if you were in the running or if there was a form in for you, you should be finding out within the next few days or week or so that those announcements are going out. I say we know who the regionals are. We're sworn to secrecy.
Yes, but there were, I believe, 17 state and Canadian province winners in total. So there'll be quite a few folks getting notification that they at least have that state/merit award coming their way.
Yeah, and if you tend to have a party with beer, we expect to be invited. Correct?
Sure, why not?
Sure. I'll get on a plane. I'll get on a bus.
Oh,
I'll be there.
goodness.
Okay. Sorry, I'm being a little goofy today. So what you got? What we have? Big news, right?
Well, we do have big news. Actually, we found out last week that the Parliament in Austria has voted to ban glyphosate completely in the country. They're still voting on that bill, I suspect, Paul. But, I mean, if that ban passes, it'll be the first complete ban of a country anywhere in the world. I guess countries like El Salvador and Colombia have partial bans, but like I say, you could still use glyphosate in those countries in certain instances, but that will not be the case in Austria. And, of course, our friends at Bayer, who now own glyphosate through their purchase of Monsanto, said that they don't like this decision, that it goes against the European Union approval for the use of glyphosate through 2022. So they expect some legal challenges and regulatory hurdles to be overcome. But, Paul, it's just interesting. I mean, this is basically a country next door to Germany where Bayer is based, and they're looking to not allow glyphosate to be used anymore.
Not much to say about that. It's crazy how far it's gone. I think we even talked about it in our PACE advisory council meetings. There were some warning signs back then from the standpoint of some of the research could be turned into something that it would be negative that could get a public groundswell, and here we are. Regardless of the validity or lack of validity of some of the research that they're citing, the stuff is happening, and it's going to be very difficult to slow that train down. But on the other hand, we haven't had as much support as I would hope from our regulatory agencies. Although they've said safe, they said things have been safe. The products are safe. It's still, it's still not enough. It's not enough to slow the train down.
Yeah, no. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with this. I know there's few other countries I know in Europe, France in particular, that have said that they have been looking to ban the use of glyphosate within their borders. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this legislation goes through and the ban goes into effect, and two, if other countries start jumping on board using this as their example. So.
Yes, sir. So what's next?
Actually, a friend of ours, Thurston Manufacturing, makes the BluJet line of products. Further back in this year, I guess they ran into some financial trouble, filed for Chapter 11, I believe. And Paul, we found out that they're going to be selling the BluJet line to a new owner. You're going to have to help me with the company name, though I never say it right.
You made me put my glasses on.
Put your glasses on.
It's stream, my horrible glasses. Unverfirth.
Unverforth.
Just say it.
Okay, so yeah, they will be the new owner of the BluJet line, and according to their company president, they're hoping to expand the product line available, and they'll be slowly moving the manufacturing to their facilities, which I guess are here in Ohio, right?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So maybe we'll get an invitation to that opening.
Maybe.
No, it's great to see it's great to see us products find a home and continue to be manufactured. And
Right.
it was a brand that was well used, well respected in
Correct.
ag. So
Absolutely.
terrific.
And the one other bit of news to share is our friends at MFA, Paul, one of the biggest ag retailers in the country. They've announced that due to market conditions and other factors that they're going to be consolidating down 5 of their outlets. Looks like they're going to be going to Brandbaugh, Columbia, Essex, Fulton, and Springfield outlets will be closing. I guess in the case of Columbia and Fulton, they'll be closing here on July 17th, and the other 3 will be closing by the end of July. Again, the company says that other outlets nearby, MFA outlets, will be able to fill orders from the growers that were being served by those 5. But again, Paul, consolidation continues.
Yeah, they said some of it was driven by just the urbanization.
Correct.
Urban areas pushing out and making it more difficult to do business from a traffic standpoint, from a people standpoint, from everything. These things have been going on. It's been going on for a long time. And when we first started, 99, 2000, and that time frame, we've been talking about the consolidation of retail for a very long time.
Yeah, about every year, basically.
And it's easy to talk about, but we know that a lot of these decisions are fairly heart-wrenching because they're usually one of the largest employers in town, if not the largest. And we've been building up to this logistically for a long time now. Some things are manifesting themselves, and it's the responsible thing to do, but it's not done. I know lightheartedly, it's a difficult decision to make, but it is happening.
Yeah.
So is that it?
That's all I've got.
Lots of news. Okay, well that's it for this edition of CropLife Retail Week. We will see you next week. If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comment section below.
Your feedback is important to us. We'll try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode.
And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.